The Aspect Origins add-on. It is a little bit of an add-on. It's not exactly Origins per se, it's an additional layer to Origins. They add a new layer to your Origins, or what is called an Aspect. If you want to avoid them entirely, you can just go the Vakos, which is just devoid of any aspect. The origins of the Vakos are unknown. A void aspect, equivalent to just choosing humans in classic Origins. And as I said, these are an additional layer. These are all elemental based, which is very interesting. But anyway, you pick one, and then you pick your normal origin as well, which again, there's also types to the aspect. Choosing through your aspects, you got the amino aspect, which is your wind aspect. You got the hydro aspect, which is more of a water-themed aspect. You've got the geo, which is more of a rock, land-based aspect, more about the earth, I would gather. You got the pyro aspect, which are... Come on. We all know what pyromaniacs are. They're fire people. They love their fire. It's fire themed. You've got the Ordo aspect, which is the light. The aspect of the light, you know? You've also got the Parditic aspect, which is the one that is darkness and mystery, death, and other darkness, stuff along those lines. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elemental aspects. In addition to that, you've also got the Tempest, which is a variation of the amino aspect. You've also got the Cryo, which is a variation of the hydro aspect. Again, imp if you don't want to have any changes. You've got the Dendro aspect, which is a variation of the geo aspect. You got the Magmus, which is a variation of the pyro aspect, which also has an Ignis variation. You got the Solus, which is a aspect variation of the Ordo, and a lunar variation of the Parditic aspect. We're going to start off with the amino aspect. A lone wind-whipped explorer sits perched on a cliffside, a thick book fit for an epidemic's mind in hand. There they sit, absently watching as the pages detailing the grand discoveries of generations comprised of scholars and adventurers flip from the movement of the wind. We're going to start off first with the imp version, which is basically the standard aspect without any variations. Your first additional ability as the amino is fleet-footed. You're quicker on your feet than others, which is about a 0.02 additional movement speed. It's not massive per se, but it probably will make a slight noticeable difference to your movement speed, at least with the running. From most origins, I don't know if this is also affecting your airspeed, because if it doesn't affect your airspeed, then sprint jumping will still be roughly the same speed as it was beforehand, because your airspeed will also need to be increased for sprint jumping to be faster than usual. Fall damage and vulnerability. Fall damage does not affect you. This is probably the big one to this aspect is... What? That's F3. What's fall damage? Never heard of her. Think she needs to try the other number. Chained. When you aren't exposed to the sky, you become slower in combat. Neg 0.02 off your attack speed when not exposed to sunlight. Like, the click pattern feels slightly worse. I don't know. That's going to be something where I'll just compare it side by side. Wise. Amino is the aspect of wisdom and knowledge. You gain a little more experience upon picking up an experience orb. Way to go, smarty pants. I think the best way to test this is to just give ourselves a bunch of levels and then die. Because usually you get around 7 and a bit levels from extremely high level players when they die. So we're going to... I mean, based on the fact that I'm level 3 off of like a handful of kills is very noticeable. Let's just give myself 99 levels. We're going to right click on the bed here, set our spawn point, and we're just going to die. So 6... Oh, there's the proof in the pudding that it's a very noticeable increase of XP, because rather than the 7 and a bit levels you get from a massive level death, you get 8 and a bit levels, which is pretty neat. Moving on to the Tempest variation of the amino. Dark Mind's crackling and churning Tempest types have always been misunderstood by the rest. Crowds gather and watch in horror as lightning explodes across the sky. Thunder booming from above, the Tempest user stands unafraid at the top of the hill, watching as the storm approaches the horizon. Like lightning, you are an even faster variation of the amino, 0.01 additional movement speed. Okay, I can feel that. Okay, I can definitely feel the movement speed there. You do, like, it's probably now close to being speed 1. It feels like that the air movement speed might also be increased. Storm strength. During thunderstorms, you do significantly more damage to others. 0.3 additional attack damage during storms. Okay, so grab out a husk again. How many iron sword hits? 1 crit. 2 crit, 3 crit. 3 crits, or 1, 2, 3, 4 regular hits. And we grab ourselves a husk. 1, 2, 3 crits. Same amount of crits. 1, 2, 3, 4 regular hits. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. It's taking, what, 6 attack damage to 6.3 attack damage. It may or may not make a massive difference depending on the weapon. Like, what, if we look at a Neverite sword and then we do some crit hits, it's still 2 shots because, again, it's not that close of a damage problem just yet. But let's say we put me with sharpness 1. So that brings it up to 9. So that should now be 9.3. Is there a weapon where this would actually make a meaningful difference? Or actually, yes. The Iron Sword. If we apply sharpness 1 to this makes it 7 attack damage, which is now enough to kill. No, again. Okay, yeah. It's just one of those things, an additional 0.3 attack damage during thunderstorms is going to be one of those things where probably won't make that much of an impact 90% of the time because it's only a slight increase. But in cases where your enchantments lead you to being at like a 0.2 or 0.3 damage per hit off to decrease the amount of hits it takes to kill certain things, it actually might make a noticeable difference. Also, over a larger health pool, such as Iron Golems or Wardens, it might make a more of a noticeable difference to those as well, because it's a higher health pool. The 0.3 additional damage will make a more noticeable impact over those bigger health pools. Lightning Bolt. When pressing the Ternary key, you will summon a lightning bolt at the block or entity you're looking at, doing damage and setting nearby blocks on fire. Will this work outside of that? Works then. It's got a really decently long cooldown. Probably about 15, 20 seconds? 30 seconds maybe? Still patiently waiting. Still patiently waiting for that. So... and there it goes. So that was probably about 30 seconds then. So now that we're completely out of the storm, yep, you can just summon lightning whenever you damn feel. Brilliant. Raging Gates. As your secondary ability, you can push enemies away by a few blocks whilst healing yourself and dealing damage to others with your quaternary key. Let's go bind that. So if you can't tell already, this is gonna need the Extra Origins Keys mod, my typical secondary ability, and we'll press it. Thunder roars. The chicken just got hurt. I heard a chicken hurt. That's hilarious. So that's indication of the damage that happened around us. So let's now do something to take a little bit of damage, considering Husk. Of course you gave me a baby game. Just... Not what we wanted, but it can work. Whatever. Whatever. Beans. This is fine. Bad voice crack. Oh boy. So that ability's back, and if we press Y, that heals 3 hearts at least, and that's pretty neat. Oh my god. Perfect. I almost threw it away like an idiot. Okay, so we're at half a heart of health. Let's press the ability. So you gain about 3 hearts of health from the ability. Very interesting information to know. It's not massive. Could be handy in some situations. Next, we move on to the Hydro aspects. The siren song of the ever-changing Hydro in the depths is echoed throughout deep and shallow waters, whispered to the unlucky sailor lost at sea. Let's go for the regular version of this first before we go into the additional abilities you get with the cryo. So, going out of this, from default, just by looking at it, you got an additional heart, which is interesting to say the least. Let's get in here. Gills, you can breathe underwater. So if we just go to some water, I think there's some water around here. Good enough. It ain't an ocean, but it will do. Back to survival mode. Let's dive in, boys and girls. And everyone in between. Hey, bubbles, they don't pop. We keep our bubbles looking all bubble. Water persistence. You have slightly increased max health plus 2 hit points for the max base health. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Have an additional 2 health, 2 hit points, 2 hit points. And that's it. It's pretty neat. And evaporation. Fire hurts you a lot more than it would normally would. Plus 2 fire damage, 1 bursting into flames. Now, you might think, oh, but water beats fire, right? Yes, in theory. But over the long-term game, heat wins by evaporating the water slowly. Hence the weather cycle. Didn't think you'd learn that in a Minecraft video, did you? Now, we burn. Okay, so rather than doing a single hit point of damage when you are on fire over every tick, you take 2 hit points of damage, which, depending, can be a massive difference or basically nothing. I'm assuming if in lava, it stacks and is like 10 times worse. So let's just do that real quick. If we just do that. Oh my, yeah, that is... Yeah, that... Wow, that is a... Yeah, that does a bit of damage, I think. I think it's fair to say that lava will do more damage than what it used to, so I'll be very, very careful when near it. It's gonna burn. We'll go to the cryo variation. A lone traveler drags their heels across the frozen lake, their sole companion, the red-collared friend traveling behind. Ever persistent and unbothered by the shards of glass ripping at their skin, the cryo users are said to be the most resilient of their aspect. In your first ability, Cold Affinity, you get a decent attack boost in cold biomes. Nice. Plus 0.4 attack damage when in cold temperature biome. We'll put the husk there, and we'll 1 and a 2 and a 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 5. Search them up on Google. 1, 2, 3. Still 4, but it... I mean... Again, same thing with before with the damage boost. It's not massive enough to make a noticeable difference, at least on the low end. Again, the bigger the health pool, the more noticeable of an impact this damage boost will have. Frostwalker. Water beneath you will turn into ice. Deactivates when you are falling, sneaking, or underwater. So, basically, if I just walk over to the water here, we're going to say bye-bye... Huh? Bye-bye water. Okay. Ah, kelp. Kelp's being a son of a gun. Kelp's being terrible. That's good to know. But yeah, it's frost walking for free without enchantments. There's not much more to it, you know? You sneak. You won't keep frost walking, you know? It's just Frostwalker. There's really not much more to say about it. Freeze focus. When pressing the tendary key, you will fire a ray of ice in the direction you are facing. That will deal 8 points of freeze damage to the target and freeze over water on impact. We'll put out an egg. We'll put out our friend. Hello, Husk. How you doing? Take a beam to the face. How you feeling? Feeling a bit cold? It's ice to meet you. I'm sorry. And boop. I am so bad. I make bad jokes. I'm terrible. Terrible. I am not a comedian. I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. Isn't that a joke in and of itself? And then Booshka. Yep, 3 hits. That's 8 damage. Thereabouts. Oh, and then of course the additional bonus that when it recharges. Come on. Take your sweet time now. Take your sweet, sweet time. There's dead ink everywhere. I'm assuming ice is just a bit of a thing we don't want to do. Anyway, pew. Oh, gives you a nice line to just walk. Wait. It also freezes down into the water. Okay, that is funky. Icy Aura. With your quaternary key, you can deal 6 points of freeze damage to those around you within an 8-block radius. This is where we do the fun thing. We get ourselves a bit of a fence. We're going to fence up the husk, and we're going to murder them all in one flat. And I stand in the middle. I'm probably going to take damage. Oh, actually, I'm pretty safe. Everyone, take some of my damage. Hold on. I got a better one for this. Just got to wait like 5 minutes for it to cool down because it's going to take that long because of course it is. It's a pretty good ability. You want to put a limiter on that one. Anyway, everybody, freeze. This is going to be 10 times better when you actually kill them with the freeze, which, now that I'm thinking about it, that's going to take like 4 hits. Die to this, maybe. Oof. Nope, no, it's not. No. Only one of them got the hit, though, so sucks to be the rest of y'all. Only one of you got a hit in before you died. And they're dead. 4 hits. What'd I tell ya? We got the Geo aspect. Tales are told of the rock people who used to dwell deep below the land, feeding off ore and slate where they could. Creatures of massive size, the people of Geo are more than alleged. Resistance. You have more natural armor points than other aspect users, plus 4 armor points. So, oh my, that's actually pretty decent. Like what? Does that mean now an iron set would lead to you having 4? We put that armor on. We go back to... Oh, yep, you basically have max armor now. Crystalline. You take more damage from explosions, plus 2 explosion damage. You know, I don't know how to really test explosion damage when I have the knowledge that any form of explosion damage at base can pretty much kill one person. But hey, we'll try. Yep, through iron armor. That's great. That's what we like to see. We're just going to casually destroy the atmosphere a little bit here. So what if we enchant this with Blast Protection 4? If we put Blast Proc 4 on this, it should... Oh yeah, that just nukes that to nothing. Still take a bit of damage there. So instead of giving ourselves blast protection, what if we just upgrade the quality of our armor? Hey buddy, how you doing? That damage did not feel right. Let's try it again. Hey buddy, how you doing? Oh yeah, you still take a massive amount of damage from creep point blank, but with diamond armor, it doesn't matter as much anymore. You kind of... Yeah. Hey, buddy. Owies. Moving into the Dendro variation of the Geo, lovers of art, nature, and all things beautiful, the Dendro people inhabit local forests. Every now and then, a brave adventurer will venture into the woods and witness their song. Flower regeneration. You are healed when you are nearby flowers, plus 0.3 health every 20 ticks. Okay. I think the best way to do this is boop. No, not good enough. Boop. So let's see. Okay. Every 26 is not that bad. It's going to be one of those things where it's not going to make a massive difference, but again, that is the point of this. It's not to give giant changes to your origins. It's like additional effects that are on your character because of these aspects. And with this, you have slight additional healing whenever you're near flowers, which is useful. Grass Vest. When on grass blocks, your movement speed is increased by 0.02 when touching grass. Okay, there is a noticeable difference in speed. I'm pretty sure you can see it too, how it comes in and out of the speed boost. When I start sprint jumping, I lose the speed boost because I'm now not consistently touching grass. But then when I do start consistently touching grass, it picks up a lot more. Neat. Poison Cloud is your primary ability. You can spawn a poison cloud around you with your ternary key. With this one, where's my fence? There's my fence. This time, we're not going to torture Husk because Husk are immune to poison, unfortunately. What's shutting the start? Oh yeah, you guys. Boom, 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 boom. He's off into the future. No one wanted him. The loner. Sitting there. Oh, he wants to be close. He wants to be seen. Poof. Very brief. Ain't gonna lie to you. That was pretty brief. So from what I can tell with that, it's like literally within a few blocks around you. If I instead just come out here and walk within their fun zone. Okay. It's just delayed. Friendly Assistance. As your secondary ability, you can spawn in a temporary 20-second lifespan Iron Golem to help fight off your enemies with a quaternary key. I know you wanna. But here, say hi to my Iron Golem friend here. No, leave me alone. Say hi to him. He's the one you want to deal with. He's the one who's going to cause you problems. Leave me alone. There you are. There you go. Ow, stop hitting me. He's your problem. He's the guy you... Ow. Fuck off. Leave me alone, you small ones. No, go away. Shoot. Uh-oh. Run away! Run away! Run faster! Skedaddle! Skedoodle! Pyro, a new adventurer awaits the seasoned traveler who seems to never tire of the endless paths they travel. After a long day of trudging through harsh terrain, a seat by the warm light of campfire is most comforting. Fire immunity. You're immune to fire damage. I mean, gotta show it off at least. Here, look. I'm burning. I'm burning! And yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's a bit warm. Homely Strength. You deal more damage whilst in the Nether. 0.4 generic damage in the Nether. I think that's like the most increased damage out of all the aspects so far. Because I think most of them focus... Oh no, I think... Like, the problem with trying to test this damage is that 0.3 and 0.4 doesn't make noticeable enough damage to increase the hits. 4 is not 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, 0.4 damage increase isn't going to be too noticeable on smaller enemies. But on bigger enemies that have bigger health pools, again, that damage is going to be far more noticeable. Water damage. When you touch water, you receive damage. Plus 1 damage every 40 tick. We don't want ya. So if we just... Bomb. Bomb. Boom. Okay, I like this actually. Considering this is meant to be just an additional effect, the idea that, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of damage every now and then, but it's not going to be something massively game-changing. You can still swim around in water, no problems. Like, if you just eat and keep your saturation up, this damage is really null and void. All it's going to be problematic for is just the the damage knockback-ish effect kind of thing. Like how parkouring on cactus requires like perfect time, like a bit better timing, because the damage you take from the cactus might hurt you, might like remove your momentum, if you get what I mean. Hot feet. Ice and snow melt underneath you. So I'm assuming that blue ice, packed ice, they don't care. And that's just how ice goes. What about normal ice? Boom. Bye-bye. What about snow block? Nope. Okay, it takes a bit. I mean, it's the typical things that melt. Snow blocks don't tend to melt. Packed ice and blue ice don't tend to melt. It's literally just ice and the snow piles. Just snow. Magmus time. Juggernauts, the strongest of warriors, the steadfast heroes, the blood of the Magmus uses whispers of oozing lava sleeping between ancient volcanic rock. Back to the source. As a being of magma, standing on magma blocks give you regeneration of 1 health every 20 ticks. Let's grab ourselves some magma blocks. I mean, this is probably going to be very similar to the flowers. It's a noticeable increase of health, but it's not something that's going to be amazing. I mean, you don't take damage from magma blocks anymore. That's a pretty big noticeable difference. Go into water. Yeah, being on a magma block in water literally means that the health you lose from being in water is just like the magma block's like, nah, buddy, I gotcha. Here, have some health quicker than the health then the water's gonna deal you damage. Stable footing. Knockback doesn't bother you. Plus 10 knockback resist. I think the best guy to show us off what knockback truly is. We go to creative mode and we go find this beautiful egg that I never knew existed until today. We grab the iron golem. Hey buddy, hit me. No knockback, absolutely no knockback. My feet were planted to the ground. Try again, buddy. Look at that. My feet are firmly planted to the ground. Now I'm dead, but my feet were firmly planted to the ground. I didn't fly when I died. I just stuck to the ground. Lava blood. Your max health is significantly increased. Plus 4 additional health points. Hey, yeah, you got 4 more health points. You have 2 additional hearts. I mean, that does make some difference in a lot of different ways. Molten Fist is your primary ability. You can grant yourself amplified strength effect with the Ternary key. It gives you strength 3 for 400 ticks. You know, I think we might see some noticeable damage increase. Let's get a stone sword. I betcha we're gonna... this husk ain't gonna see what's coming with this stone shard. We hit the Ternary key. 20 seconds of strength. 20 seconds of strength 4. Golem, buddy. He's meant to be my kill, not yours. Let's try it again. Boom. 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 2 shots with a stone sword. Boom. Oh, that's gone. That's pretty good, though. That's like massive amounts of damage. 20-second burst of strength. Hell yeah, that's some beautiful damage. Magma skin. With your secondary ability, Quaternary key, you may grant yourself a highly amplified resistance effect. Resistant 3 for 700 tick. This time, we're serious. Resistance 4 for 30-something seconds. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Man, these hugs are nice and fresh and oh. I mean, the fact that it decreased what usually would be 2 hits from an iron golem to 1 heart per hit is hilarious. You've also got the ignis aspect variation of the Pyro. The true power of flame is revealed to the core of bright, destructive fires that rack the evergreen forest, the simmering airwaves of the driest deserts, and in the hands of the ignis users. Heat efficiency. Affinity. You get a decent attack boost in hot biomes, plus 0.4 attack damage in hot biomes. I mean, same thing goes as before with this biome increase. It's useful against high health enemies, but over lower health enemies, it's not going to be something you'll notice too often. Anyhow, hey buddy, double shot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense for a diamond sword anyway. What about an iron sword? Heated strength. Being on fire grants you an attack bonus of plus 3 generic damage when on fire. Woo! Ignition. Using your primary active ability, you can light yourself on fire for a short duration, granting you an attack buff with your Ternary key. Smash the portal, and then No, I can't be a portable portal lighter. Makes sense though. But you can use it as many times as you want to just... Ring of Fire. As your secondary ability, you can light entities around you on fire for a few seconds with your quaternary key. Hey guys, how you doing? You're all having a party around me? Sounds like it. Sounds like this party's really on fire. And they unflame themselves when I say that. Ow, ow, no, 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 whoa. They started playing ping pong with me. That ain't fair. That's not how we do things around here. Next, we go to the Ordo aspect. Tales of old speak of mages and paladins with healing properties and the power of light in their palms, besting their foes and aiding allies in need. Holy Light. You do more damage during the daytime, plus 1 attack damage during the day. Okay, this is damage increase I can get behind. Oh, what? 6 combat damage? No. We're gonna finish you off in 3 hits. Or, how about 3 hits with crits? Because it's not quite enough. Still won't be 2 hits by default. Because Neverite does 8 damage. Yeah, 8 damage by default. But still, pretty noticeable increase. Positive influence. As every natural morning passes, you have a small chance to gain the Hero of Village effect. Okay, you're just gonna have to believe me that the effect works like that because we're not getting it. One day you'll get it. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep going though. Darkness damage. You take more damage from wither damage, plus 2 generic damage when taking wither damage. I'm sorry. What? So infinite. So how long will it take? That looks to be about a heart every single hit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Nighted version. You're weakened at nighttime. A negative 0.5 attack damage at night. Oh no, you only get the additional attack damage in the daytime. Okay, so you might notice it depending on what you're hitting, because Holy Affinity is also a thing where you deal more damage against the undead, plus 3 generic damage to the undead, which includes stuff like zombies, skeletons, husk, strays. I think those are the only undead mobs. Technically, zombie horses and skeleton horses. Zombie skeleton horse. I mean, now we go to the soulless of the Ordo. Sons, daughters, and children of the bright solar divinity themselves. Soulless users hold the power of the universe's light within them. Heat of the sun. Fire doesn't hurt as much. Base level fire resistance applied when on fire. Yeah, base level fire resistance is just straight up, I don't take fire damage. You'll still take a few ticks of damage until it comes into effect. But if we head over to the water here to clear it. Let it die. 4, 3, 2. What the? We're just going to ignore that for a moment. We're going to go in again. And it takes like 2 to 3 hits of ticks of hit in order to actually take the fire resistance, which is sun-baked. When you stay in the sun for long enough, you'll become strengthened. So if you stay in the sun for, I think that was about 20-30 seconds, you'll gain strength 2 for what seems to be a basically permanent amount of time. I don't know. If we go on the ground for a moment, we'll wait. Yeah, no, that seems like you literally get permanent strength. As long as you sit out in the sun for a small period of time, you will literally get permanent strength. Permanently. Or if you die. Yeah, if you die, you won't have it anymore. But if we just wait a little bit here for it to come back into effect again, I can probably give you a gauge on how long that will take. Yeah, we've gone a full minute out in the sun and it's still not strengthened. Okay, so from what I can gather, it takes like a fair amount of time for the strengthen effect to really kick in. Like, yeah, it's unlimited strength too, but it takes a bit to actually, for you to become sunbanked. Like, it's already been over a minute since I came back alive. Like, I'm legitimately going to wait here and see how long it takes. I honestly don't know how long you have to sit out here for, but you'll eventually get it again. Solar revealing. All entities within a 40 block radius of you will be highlighted with your primary ability. What an eyesore. Ha. So you press the key. Yep, you're highlighted. Yep, all the squid are highlighted. Yep, that's pretty... Yep. That explains itself. I don't think there's much more to talk about there. Icarus. Send all surrounding enemies multiple blocks into the air and then light them on fire with your quaternary key. They shouldn't have strayed so close to the sun. So if we just walk over to our group of friends here and we just press it. Up you go. Oh, no, you're free. That's not right. Yeah. I mean, it's like 5 to 6 blocks worth of fall damage, and then additionally 5 damage on top of it. That's a noticeable amount of damage. It's gonna do something, you know? Well, I'm just gonna say that the sun-baked effect takes like 5-10 minutes to really kick in again. So, yeah, it might be longer than that. It might be shorter. I don't know. It hasn't popped back up again. I've waited around. I waited around for a few minutes and then went back to doing the rest of the aspect, and it's still not back yet. So, I don't know. Then lastly, we have the Parditic aspect. Shrouded in darkness and mystery, Parditic users have said to have bones derived from the void, their ancestors, the creators of the world. Let's click it. Into the normal variation first, and then the lunar afterwards. A void teleport. When you fall into the void, you'll be teleported high up into the air into the center of the overworld, regardless of the dimension you're currently in. In the end we go. Let's now just jump off. Oh, back we go. Hey, we're up here in the world. We are now coming back down. Coming back down. Na 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 na. It's all fine. What if the slow falling runs out? 1. Do you take full damage? Oh yeah, you definitely do. But yeah, when you fall into the void, whether it be in the end dimension, whether it be in the overworld somehow, the void is simply just a layer of protection. See, if we go out here now and we fall, oh, and we're back up here again. Oh my god. Though, by looks of it, you took like 2 hearts of damage from just typical void damage, because that kicks in as you get teleported. So if you have taken damage already, it might be a bit problematic to you. But hey, we're back. We're back down here, nice and safely, and it's all fine, oh fine. Dying to the world is cringe. Yes, exactly, Frost Sniper, exactly. Undead. You are undead. You don't burn in the sun, but you have the other side effects of being deceased, such as reverse health and damage potions. So the sun, we don't care about that. We need no sun, need no sun. We go to creative mode. Go here and we take the health. Owies, it hurts. Harming, oh, we heal. Regeneration does nothing anymore. Sad noises. Same with poison. Poison does nothing anymore. Night strength. You deal more damage during the night time. +1 attack damage at night. The friend, the foe, the husk. And we give him a stab or 2. How about 1, 2, 3 stabs? A trio of stabs, might you will. An iron sword. What about 1, a 2, and a 3 on that? Or what about a 1, 2? The good old 1-2 punch. He's dead, Jim. Try again. Dayed versions, you're weakened at daytime. -0.3 attack damage during daytime. Again, it's not noticeable amount of damage decrease. It's whatever. Again, as with the other small damage increases you get, various other aspects, it's not going to be noticeable on a lower health mob, but the more health a mob has, the more noticeable this buff/debuff works in both cases. So, yeah. Your attacks do wither damage. 0.05 wither damage every hit. Wait. So we get something like a good old villager here, and we just put it back. He's not taking wither damage. He's not taking wither damage. What is this? Take the wither damage, you bitch. Do it. You know you want to. Oh, he died. I don't know. It doesn't seem like an effect that you're going to matter much. The lunar users are beings of such beauty that it is perceived by the magicless as the result of blood of the otherworldly. Full moon. On full moons, your speed and strength are greatly increased. 0.05 movement speed and +2 attack damage during full moons. Well, as you can tell by the speed of my character, it's a full moon. That is conveniently lucky because I have no idea how to cause a full moon in Minecraft to actually test this. But hey, what does that matter? It's a full moon. We have the increased speed. And what was it? Increased damage? It's +2 attack damage. Wow, that... What? 1, 2? Still 1, 2. What about the 1, 2? What if we make it nighttime to get the bonus buffs? 1, 2, 3. Okay, not massive. What about 1, 2? What about here? 1, 2. That's 1, 2 now. 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, what's the difference? Night Walker, your movement speed is increased at night by 0.005 Okay, so slightly. Like what? Here's how fast I am during the day in a full moon. And if we flick it back to midnight, here's how fast I am at midnight. I really do not feel the difference, if I'm completely honest. Wolf Affinity. You can now tame wolves using shift plus use. Weird, huh? So what? If we just grab a wolf, an oaf, we just put him down, shift, right click. We'll do it again. Shift, right click. He's your best bud now. Invisibility. Your primary ability you can use to toggle invisibility with your Tenary key. Anyway, press this ability. Oh my. Put down a husk. Hey husk. How you doing? Ow. Okay. As always, when it comes to zombie mobs, don't get too close to them. Wow. Is he really going to lose? No, he didn't. Thank God. But yeah, you don't need to be... Like, if you... It takes them a while to notice. Like, I'm sure the skeleton won't notice me. No, the skeleton doesn't notice. Zombies do. Zombies can easily spot you when it's night, when you're invisible, because they just have those senses. As well as if one spots you, they'll communicate to the rest of them. So, yeah. Dark Shroud. With your secondary ability, you can disperse a shroud of wither with your quaternary key. Oh, God. That wither ability is deadly. It is deadly. These guys are having a hard time thinking about that, don't they? They're just looking at me going like, hey, were you guy who just did that to us? Were you the guy who just did that weirdo damage to us? Yeah, I'm looking at you, bozo. How you doing over there? Hey, yo, get out of my way. I want to see the dog. Hey, the dog's looking cool. And the dog's now killing you. This is what you get for getting in the way of the view of the dog. The dog is our best boy. Good boy. I really don't. So, I asked you to shoot. But I believe that is all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. So that is the Aspects add-on. A really neat additional thing for Origins, if I do say so myself. Just the ability to have a little additional effects to your Origin. Like on top of your usual Origin that you would use in Minecraft, you have these additional little effects, which are pretty neat overall. Like, leaves some really cool, interesting adjustments. Like, if everyone in your server wants to use the same Origin, this is a nice little way they can add little slight variations to really make that Origin more of their own thing. But hey, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to subscribe as always. And yeah, thanks for coming along.